Hey everybody, welcome to Redbird Gardening and Design. I'm Anissa. I'm walking along in the backyard and noticed along my fence line that I've got a vine growing. Very common in a lot of places, all the way up to southwestern Ontario, a big chunk of the United States. It can be a problem, and I'm probably going to have to remove it. I'll show you what that's all about. Here you have very common climbing vine that can get invasive and very irritating depending on what you're growing and what your yard space looks like. Virginia creeper. Look at all those new shoots popping out. Like this guy is going to town. These guys can be invasive. In Florida, it is deemed a native plant. Can be fairly aggressive in Florida. It's all to the point of being invasive. It's a woody deciduous vine in the grape family. It can climb very, very high, 40 feet. You can run it up the side of a fence or a wall, any blank space that you want to cover. It will do it obviously very rapidly, and or along the ground. It's a 5-leaved or 5-fingered ivy. Benefit is it does put on a fabulous show in the fall. It turns all kinds of beautiful crimson reds and almost a purple color. It really puts on a nice pop of color. You need to remember that the berries, they are poisonous, moderately toxic to dogs and people. The sap as well can be irritant to people with sensitive skin. So if you're pulling it out and you have sensitive skin, obviously cover. Don't let the sap get on you. A good way to kill it permanently if you have a vine climbing, if you have one that's like this, it's already established, is you can use white vinegar. I suggest that you don't use a glyphosate. It's not good for the planet. It's not good for the groundwater. It's not good for us. Unfortunately, it's being way overused. People don't realize how bad it is. Another benefit, if you're somewhere you can grow this and it's not going to hinder or bother anything in your property, is it's super helpful for wildlife. Birds feed off of the berries. A lot of animals will use the stems and leaves as food. And when it gets real thick and bushy, it's also protection or cover for various different animals as well, birds and whatnot. And now, you know.